Is the Western media's obsession about Finnish Prime Minister Sanna Marin's party video a distraction from what's happening in Ukraine and Taiwan? Oh yes, this poor lady. So what happened? So the Finnish Prime Minister, her name is Sanna Marin. She's a reasonably young person. I think she's in her mid 30s, 35, 36 years old. And recently, this all came out in the social media that she was filmed partying with various other people, and it looks bad. So let's take a look at the images. Sanna Marin party. Let's put that on the screen. I feel sorry for her. I mean, is there any rule that if you're a prime minister you cannot have a party once in a while? So yeah, this is what's emerged. I i don't think there's anything wrong in having a party once in a while with your friends or whatever. Yeah, it makes you look a little bit immature and non-leader like. I mean, the Americans in the 2020 elections, one of the main things the Democrats, one of the main criticisms the Democrats had about President Trump was that he was unpresidential. He was not leader like. He did not have the gravitas that a president should have. He was a little bit funny, and he did not behave like a president. So the same allegation can be made uh, about this lady, that the video that was leaked out, it makes her appear unprime ministerial. It makes her look like a regular person, not somebody who's a prime minister and the leader of a nation. So um, so that's what it is. So uh, how do we judge the performance of a leader? Is it important if they have a party once in a while in their personal life after hours? Is there anything wrong with that? I don't understand why there is something wrong with that. I'm sure she works every single day. I'm sure she has not missed a single day of work ever since she became prime minister. And everybody has their own way of winding down. Maybe she likes to party with some friends. I don't see anything wrong with that. Yeah, it makes her look silly. So this is clearly a political ploy by somebody who videotaped this and then leaked this the film to the media and social media and all that. Yeah, it's clearly what's called a hatchet job. Somebody has stabbed her in the back. It's a political ploy, obviously. So uh, so is she to blame for what happened? I think she should have been a little more discreet. It's okay to party, but don't make sure that it doesn't get leaked out, right? Everybody needs to wind down, no matter how hard you work, no matter how serious you are as a leader of your nation. Once in a while, you need to indulge in some sort of behavior that distracts you for some time from the pressures of your work. Some people like to sleep, some people like to read, some people like to meditate, some people like to party. This lady likes to party. I see nothing wrong with that. So clearly somebody has done a hatchet job on her. I feel sorry for her. I don't know what her politics is, or whether she's good or bad as a leader. I have absolutely no idea. Finland is not a very significant nation as far as I'm concerned. So I have not ever really followed Finnish politics. I know their overall position in the geopolitical chessboard. Finland has always been the frontier nation against the Russians. They had a war with the Russians in the 1930s, 1940s, somewhere around there. Yeah. And right now they're trying to apply to become a member of NATO, and they have always been wary of the Russians. They have a very strong civilian recruitment program in which civilians have dual roles, like they serve in the military. Everybody has, those who are part of that have weapons, and they are available at very short notice to join the armed forces and all that. So that's the situation about Finland. I kind of feel sorry for her, this lady, but she should have, in my opinion, she should have been a little more careful about who she allows to film her. So yeah, that's what happens. I'm sure it's a lesson she'll never forget. Will it affect her standing as prime minister? Maybe, maybe not. Yeah, that's how it goes. So yeah, is it a distraction from what's happening in Ukraine and Taiwan? Maybe that's also one of the purposes for having this controversy erupt. People like controversies. People like it when some leader is caught doing something that is not very leader like. You know, it's it's uh, it's great material for the gossip mills, and the media loves it. The media loves this sort of thing. So yeah, it's a good distraction if that was the purpose, to distract the people from what's happening in Ukraine and Taiwan. Taiwan, obviously, the Chinese are tightening the screws. They're tightening the screws on Taiwan. They are now no longer recognizing the Taiwanese airspace and their maritime waters and all that. They are sending drones over Taiwan, over the island of Taiwan. The Chinese, and so on. So Taiwan's sovereignty is under a big cloud, a big dark cloud. The Chinese are slowly tightening the screws. They are putting the Taiwanese people under the siege kind of mentality illusion, right? Um, that's what's happening. That's not very good for Taiwan, and Taiwan is obviously, well, it's one of the what you would call the U.S. vassal states. When it comes to Ukraine, things are not going well in Ukraine. The Western media and all the various disposable minions on social media, they will portray the Ukraine war as a lost cause for Russia. But hey, look at the maps. Look at the situation on the ground. Inch by inch, meter by meter, the Russians are advancing. They are consolidating their positions, and they're going to get what they want. And there's nothing the Americans can do about it in the long run. Ukraine, unfortunately, whether we like it or not, may have had its borders redrawn permanently. So things are not going well in Ukraine. Things are not going very well in Taiwan. Still, Taiwan is still secure for now. Of course, that's coming into the cloud. So things are not going very well for American interests in Ukraine, in Taiwan. So yeah, maybe people do need a distraction from time to time. There could be more distractions coming in the future. Who knows? New things coming up in the air, masks again. Who knows? They'll come up with anything.